Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
It is time for Danny Bonaduce, life coach. You can call me right now at 1-800-252-1025, or we'll happily get your emails at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let us talk to Aiden in Silverdale this morning. Good morning, Aiden.
Good morning.
What's up, buddy?
So, this last business trip I had, I go on long business trips, and my wife, when I got home, started acting weird, and I just kind of, pushed it aside because, I just returned it back to the home and whatever. And after a while, a month or so, she said that she had fallen in love with another guy as I was gone. And
I'm sorry. Give me the last part of that. She had fallen for another guy. What reason did she give me?
She just said she fell in love with some other guy while I was absent from the house.
How long were you absent?
I was gone for 3 months.
All right. I mean, it's possible. I don't like it, but all right. Go on. Tell me the rest.
So I confront her about it, and she tells me who it is and what everything goes on. And
do you know the guy?
I do. I didn't really. I wasn't friends with him, but I did know who he was.
And is he going to be in your atmosphere of when you're walking around, and maybe she's with this guy, when you're walking around in your daily life, are you going to run into them eventually?
No.
All right, okay, because I would have hated that word. You'd think your wife's cheating on you, fall in love with a man when he's out of town. I would hate it as much as I can hate it, but there are ways for me to hate it more. So I'm glad you won't be seeing this cat. All right, go on with the story.
So as time goes on, it's just been kind of hard trying to get past it because I did stay with her. I'm with her right now, and I'm just wondering, is this something I should continue to do, or you think it might happen again once I leave?
Well, boy, you got some tough questions there, Aiden. Here's the thing. What did she say when you said when you guys worked it out that you're going to stay? Is she not going to see this guy anymore?
She said she's not going to because he's kind of out of the picture, but I just wondering if it'll happen again with maybe some other person or...
Well, it most certainly can, but that's not to say anything. It could happen with you. It hasn't. It's probably not going to. Can you take this woman at her word? Do you really think she has stopped having a wandering eye and that this won't happen again?
I want to believe it, and I want to.
All right, wanting to believe it is a really good start, Aiden. How often do you imagine your wife with this guy?
I'd say at least a couple times a week.
A couple times a week? Oh man, you'd be better than I. But by the way, this has happened to me, so you're better. I'd say 10 times a day. So you've got pictures in your mind, and boy, I hate to do this to you because it's a tough time in your life, but sometimes when you relax, close your eyes, whatever it is, you see her with another man actually having sex in your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if she cheated on me for sure, but she just fell in love with him, so I don't know.
Boy, you are a sweetheart of a guy, I will tell you right that. I think I may have fallen in love with a guy, but I possibly didn't have sex with him while my husband was out of town. You're a nice guy, Aiden, but here's what you have to know. And this is the very first thing. There's a million more things. So you do imagine your wife having sex with another man. Have the visuals that you have gone down? Are they less frequent than when you first found out?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Here's my... that's what I need to know, and I'm working from a good playbook, or a sad playbook. This has happened to me. Do you ever wonder if you keep seeing the things that you're seeing in your head when you lay your head down on the pillow, if it's going to drive you crazy?
Yeah, some nights sometimes it gets to me, and some days it's better than others, but yeah.
Then that's what I was going to ask, but some days it's better. It's moving in the right direction?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I first of all, here's the thing I want you to do, because you're really nice. And the problem with being really nice is that you're not going to necessarily walk in the door and realize something's wrong here. There's a million tells when a girl or a guy is cheating. Sometimes you just know. One of the reasons when you say you came home and your wife started to act really funny, that's because there's a million ways for her to get caught. All you have to do is walk over to the phone and hit redial. Boom! Busted. There's a million things in the house any given day that will bust somebody for lying and or cheating. So here's what I want you to do, because you seem to, I'm going to make sure. Do you want to stay with your wife?
I do. I want to make it work.
All right, it's feasible. In my playbook, this can happen, but that's why I harped on the pictures in your head. If that doesn't get better, the answer is no. Those have to go away. And by the way, counseling for sure for you two, and very possibly, and I don't recommend this a lot, hypnotism. It might be. I think that's right up your alley because all of that memory, all of that pain's got to go away before you and your wife can go on. So yeah, I'm going to say you can stay with her because you want to, and that's great. And she says she won't cheat, and you believe her, and that's great. But keep your eyes open, Aiden. I don't want you to get hurt again. I don't want you to call me up in 6 months and go, man, she did it again. You need to keep your eyes open. But here's my answer. Yes, you can stay with her. Just be prepared for everything that comes with that. Hang in, brother.
800-252-1025. You need to call that number with your problems because Danny Bonaduce, life coach, can help you. Make the call right now. Pam in Arlington, you're on with Danny Bonaduce.
Hey, Pam.
Hi, Danny. I was married for 28 years, and my husband passed away of lung cancer.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And anyway, all is really good right now, but it's been almost 2 years. So anyway, a year after he died, I had a really great ceremony for him. I thought he was the best husband in the world. He traveled for a living, and I quit drinking 20 years ago, and I thought he did too. But over time, I knew he didn't really. I think he drank a lot on his business trips, but we didn't really talk on the phone. But anyway, about a year after he died, I was going to have an anniversary celebration for his death, and then I was going through his briefcases. He had like 3 briefcases that represented about 20 years of his career. They were like little time capsules. He'd get a new briefcase and then close it up and go to the next one. And in each briefcase, I found at least 1 condom, maybe 2 and 3. And I was totally blown away. And
now, when you say you found them, where did you keep these briefcases?
Well, we just stored him in closets in the house.
When he was okay, so when he was alive and well and going to work, where would he go to get his briefcase in the morning?
Oh, he was probably sitting in the kitchen or on his desk or whatever.
Do you know how suspicious I am of this? A man, getting involved in all my life coaching questions. I have been cheated on and lied to, and I was talking to Aiden about that just a phone call ago. Now, I have been the cheater and the liar, and I'll tell you what, you couldn't have found my condoms in a mile of that house. If the girl who I was with that day, if we didn't use protection like that, I would have never. You're talking about this guy leaving him out on the kitchen counter. I don't necessarily believe it. Now, are you of the opinion that he was cheating because of this?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if I found 1 condom, I wouldn't question it. But to have a couple in each briefcase, and he traveled and he drank.
And didn't you say to me he would close out the decade or whatever and get a new briefcase?
Yeah.
So he didn't get laid in the first decade because he closed up the condoms in there. So those were done. Now here's the thing, and here's the reason I'm trying to play with like this. Well, how do you feel about what you found, Pam?
Incredibly betrayed, and absolutely, I've told everyone I know about it because I want someone to tell me that it's possible that he wasn't betraying me. But how can you? It's like saying you carry cigarettes and you don't smoke. To me, that's as black and white.
It's not, and I'll tell you why. Because I want you to have a fine memory of this guy, and you seem to love him. But the fact is, just imagine you found these condoms, and you're furious about this. So you take him to court. And he's going to get on stand and, oh, wait, you can't. He's dead. There's nothing you can do with the evidence that you've got to prove he was cheating. So now it's up to you to choose either way. I would choose no. I would choose any other reason that you want. It doesn't matter. They're friends. They're my sisters. I wear them as funny hats when I'm in the shower. Whatever you need to feel better. But you can't prove he did it, so why not take it to heart that he didn't? And I'm not saying for sure he didn't. They're condoms in a briefcase. That's a lot of weight evidence-wise, but not enough to convict him. And I would say as long as that you can't get the evidence to put him away, you have to set him free and get those condoms out of your friggin' house. And because what are you going to do if you find out it's true? What happens, Pam?
Yeah, well, nothing. When I see him on the other side, I'll kick him in the nuts. I don't know.
Well, they'll be covered, which is a good thing. But you know what? Can I tell you why I think you made a mistake? And I don't know why I'm doing this because it's too late. You shouldn't have told everyone. You shouldn't have told her. You can't take that back now. Now they've got an opinion of your husband. Here, I would just say this. If you can't convict him, it didn't happen. You've got no... Where's the girl? Where's the girl coming up for his stuff that this guy really loved me? I'm saying he didn't do it. I can't explain the condoms. It's really weird, but since he can't testify on his own behalf, he can't be convicted. I'm going to go with he didn't do it. Hang in there, Pam. Am I being too easy on the guy?
No, but I mean, even if something did happen, just
he's dead.
gone.
Yeah,
move
and
on.
she's going to kick him in the nuts
Live
on
your
the other
life.
side.
Like what dwelling in the past doesn't do anyone any good, right?
Right.
We've got time for an email on Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. It comes from Bob in Seattle, and the email is always available to you at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Bob writes, I'm diabetic. I am way behind in taking my meds. I'm really bad at taking my meds. I'm supposed to see my doctor for a follow-up consult and blood tests. Do you think I should go see the doctor and admit that I'm off my meds? Or take a couple weeks and get back on the meds and then go see her when it's under control? Or should I just start fresh with a different doctor in a different office?
Man, what's the person's name again?
Bob.
Bob, you're a lunatic, man. I think you should go see your doctor as soon as you can get in to see him. You start taking your meds right away. But now, the reason you want to see your doctor right away, I wish I could remember what it was. I just saw a commercial for. There's a new medicine that is not insulin that is really controlling diabetes these days. I think, and getting off your meds, I always say this on the show when somebody calls up and they've got one problem and we find out a little later on, they take meds and they're not taking them. Always going to be trouble. Start taking your meds today and go see your doctor as soon as possible. That's why they make doctors.
Doctors know that half the people aren't doing what they're supposed to do anyway, right? We've got time for another email.
Wow.
Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach.
I was so chatty. Okay, good.
Comes from Cordy in Seattle. I just got dumped. And yes, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. How do I lift myself out of the depression as I'm getting to feel pretty sad when a holiday for couples is approaching?
Yeah, first of all, people throw this out every now and again. Saint Valentine, I believe he got burnt at the stake or hung. It's not all that romantic. Really. They killed the guy. But it's, you know what? It's a made-up little Valentine's Day. People send each other cards. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to recommend that you send yourself some flowers. Some nice, if you work, send them to the office. If you don't, just send yourself, but do something nice for yourself. My wife, and Sarah too, I think, do these mani-pedi things. Mm-hmm. Give yourself a little bonus like that. Do something fun. It's very nice to be single. It's great. I'm happily married, and it's awesome. If my wife leaves me tomorrow, I'm going to do everything I can to remember being single's great. No matter how you work it out, it's probably pretty good. It's a great time to be you. Go do a facial thing or whatever it is that you're going to do. Send her something to the office, but you are cool, and you are just fine without this cat. Hey, that is all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach this morning. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones, Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.